Hey OTR lovers, this is Greg from An Evening of Old Time Radio, and I have a question for you. I could have put this in the form of a poll on the community page on my channel, but I thought we'd do this in a video instead. So my question is, which decade was the golden age of radio, in your opinion? Now, the standard default position is always the 1940s, but there are some people that think the 30s was, and there's some people that think the 50s was. Now, those that believe the 30s was, the reasons being radio was literally inventing itself as it went along. It was creating production techniques, genres, formats, acting styles, recording styles, etc. It was a brand new form of entertainment. Radio stars were being created overnight. It was basically a new frontier. Then, of course, there's the 1940s, the default position of a lot of people that it was the golden age of radio. Companies were investing vast sums of money into radio. Basically, motion pictures and radio were the number one form of entertainment for America and a lot of the world at that time. Radio stars were becoming as big as motion picture stars. They were pulling down salaries that were absolutely unheard of at the time. More radio programs were created during the 40s than all the other decades combined. Those are good arguments. Then there's the 1950s. Production techniques, sound quality, both in recording and playback, and writing were all at their peak. Broadcasting recording technology and the radios themselves that were manufactured technologically were also at their peak. High fidelity, hi-fi, was the new recording and playback form. Distribution, pre-recording, that was all streamlined. Less pressure from advertisers, because they were sinking most of their money into television, meant a lot more artistic freedom and creativity for the writers and the directors and the producers and the actors. If you think about it, most of what are considered today to be the classic radio shows of old-time radio appeared during the 50s. Dragnet, Gunsmoke, Armus Brooks, The Six Shooter, My Friend Irma, I can go on and on and on. Those were all in the 50s. And some of those, like Yours Truly Johnny Dollar, appeared in the late 40s, but they really reached their peak in terms of the number of listeners that they received during the 50s. High-priced film stars and studio executives didn't saddle the producers as much as they used to with their demands, as they were more focused on TV. And that left, like I said, a lot more freedom and a lot more creativity for them to produce the kind of radio shows that they really wanted to produce. So my question for you is, which decade was, in your opinion, the true golden age of radio? Was it the 30s? Was it the 40s? Or was it the 1950s? Put your answer in the comments below and your reason why you believe that to be true. I'm really curious to know. Thanks for playing along.